take it?
Thank you, Dwayne.
Yeah, that was a really good question. Back to you, boss lady.
All right, Diamond, you're next.
Good morning, Duran. Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody
Good
is doing
morning.
well. So, my question is, I have a client, and she has a lot of late payments on a charged
Mhm.
off account. So I want to send in a late payments letter to, to the creditor, but I'm wondering if I should remove the account altogether. I
Yes, that
just
would
feel
be the
like,
best. That would be the best option. If it's already charged off, it's better to remove it. It's not like it's an open account. The account is closed and charged off, plus late payments. That's going to be a very long battle to fight. The easiest path, the path of less resistance, would be just to delete the account itself.
okay. And I mean, I was really mostly concerned because I just feel like removing it altogether will bring her score down because her
It will.
accounts, her
It
total.
probably will, but it's easy to build it back. Sometimes we gotta take 5 steps back to go 20 steps forward, you know. And when you
Okay.
clean negative items up and you delete stuff, you are changing the composition of the profile. Excuse me. So in most cases, yeah, you will have a credit drop. Why? Because we removed the negative account that had age on it. We removed the negative account that had volume on it. But at the end of the day, that negative account was hurting us. So it's like you're stepping on a nail. Like I once heard this story, and the story goes like this. There was a man and his dog and laying on the porch. The porch had a very small nail that was protruding, right? And this dog will lay on the nail every day. He will mourn and groan, but he will not get up off the nail. You just hear him there making noise. The moral of the story is this: not because it has years on it. If it's a negative item and it's reported as a charge off plus late payments, it's easier to delete the account and get a brand new primary trade line, or you can get authorized user trade lines to boost those points back.
Right. So, what if the client has a charged off account and all of the payments are on time? Do I delete that one too?
Well, you're going to have to delete it because you're not going to change your chart off status.
Okay. So
A
delete
negative,
all
yeah.
charged off accounts, period.
Any account that is negative, that is inaccurate, that is what's the other word they use? Negative. There's another word, I can't remember it. But negative accounts, right? Accounts that is not reporting positively, you want to remove those from the profile because those accounts that are negative will cost the client extensions of credit. Because if I go and pull the report and I see charge off, well, I'm going to say, hey, this person is not paying their bills. Versus if you delete the charge off and I go there and I can see, oh, this person has a young profile. Okay, that's a different approach. Because when you can use some authorized user trade lines and boost those points up and then go get some pledge loans or secured loans, those add volumes to the profile. But
Right.
me seeing the negative item, best believe I'm not extending no credit. That is a fact.
Okay. Thank you.
You're absolutely welcome. That was a great question, too.
Okay, Rhonda Finch, you're up next.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. I'm trying to work on my daughter's credit. She just turned 21.
Mm-hmm.
Someone had accounts in her name, credit card accounts.
Ooh.
Now they turned into collection accounts, and it would have been when she was a kid, and I've been disputing
Oh.
them. They come back verified, and she sent her a picture of her driver's license in there, to with the upload the documents to verify, with her identity, and
Mm-hmm.
they just updated her birthday on the credit profile. Now it's not the old birthday they had when she was a kid, showing she actually was an adult. but they just updated the date of birth, but their accounts are still coming back verified. So I'm just trying to figure out how to go about just getting her credit, that cleared off her credit.
Okay. So the first thing we want to do is pull the report, right? Are you in the university already, Rhonda?
No, not yet. I just
All right.
found this information on YouTube and I joined just in time to come to this.
Let's go. All right. So you're going to get a lot of coaching in the university. And when I say, guys, it's important that you guys join the university. The ongoing coaching is what really is going to set you guys up for success. And what you're doing for your daughter, what I'm going to be teaching you, you can do it for other people's daughters too. And you can make a lot of money doing this. Now, when it comes to statute of limitations, right? We need to know, okay, the first thing we need to do is pull the reports. That's the first thing. Once we pull her reports, then we can see what is on there. So now we're going to talk about highlighting accounts on her report that does not belong to her. That's the first thing we want to do, right? After we've identified those accounts, we're going to either go to the police station or go to the identitytheft.gov. Identitytheft.gov is easier because it's online and it's right there. So for those of you that are here, the software, my software, consumer law dispute.ai, where is it? Hold on 1 second. I'm going to show you guys something. Abir, can you drop the link for the software, please? Ladies and gentlemen, the software gives you if you're doing it for yourself, it gives you a 14-day free trial. Just use the resources that you have. So let me show you something real quick. So when it comes to the software, right? When it comes to the software, as you can see, you are able to do a lot of stuff in here. So right here, can you see my screen? In the software, you see it says report identity theft. Remember, if you're a business owner, the software is free for you for 30 days on the business plan. If you're a consumer, the software is free for 14 days. So you can use it, use the resources. So when you go to identitytheft.gov, right? You can, one, make a profile and log in, or you could just hit get started, right? So when you get started, you're going to say, I want to report identity theft. You can go back to and check all of the options that they have. Someone has my information and tried to use it, and I'm worried about identity theft. My information was exposed in a data breach. So these are the options, guys, and you want to pick the option that most fit your situation, right? So the one that you want to use right now, in your case for your daughter, is I want to report identity theft because someone already opened up accounts in your daughter's name. So now this is where we identify what type of accounts, whether it's credit cards, loans, leases, debit, like whatever it is, just click the ones that apply. Telephone, utility bills, just click the ones that apply, and then you hit continue. And then it's going to ask you more questions, and you just go down the line and you put in the information as close and as accurate as possible to what your daughter's situation is. Now, at the end of it, right? At the end of it, you're going to get what is called an affidavit, and you're going to use that now with the identity theft letter inside the university and the steps. I'll go over the steps with you, and you're going to use those to get the items deleted. The thing about identity theft is now, ladies and gentlemen, when you have identity theft, right? When there's identity theft, 15 USC 1681 C2 speaks about identity theft. It speaks about blocking information that resulted from identity theft. And as you can see right here, it gives you more insights on what you're going to do now. So it says, except as otherwise provided in this section, a consumer reporting agency shall block, not may block. They shall block this, right? They must block the information. They shall block the information reporting of any information in the file of a consumer that the consumer identifies as information that resulted from an alleged identity theft, not later than 4 business days after the date of receipt. So the date of receipt means you send it certified mail, green return receipt, and you know when they got it. So 4 days, ladies and gentlemen. So if you ever send in anything regarding identity theft and a consumer reporting agency is talking about an investigation period, there is no investigation period. 4 days is the time that the law gives. So if they're going to investigate, it must happen within that 4 days because the law is very clear, not later than 4 business days. The reason why when a lot of you send in these reports for identity theft and it doesn't work, and you're telling y'all about investigation period, is because you don't have the right coaching and there's information that you are missing. That's why it doesn't work. It's not that the stuff don't work, it's you don't know how to dispute. So when you send in appropriate proof of identity, can be an ID, driver's license, passport, right? A copy of an identity theft report. Well, where are you going to get that from? You're going to get that from the identitytheft.gov website. And hold on. Were you guys seeing my screen? Or was I just reading? Here we go. I think I was just reading. All right. So this is the section, 15 U.S.C. 1681 C2, that speaks about blocking the information that came from identity theft. So like I said before, not later than 4 business days after they receive 4 pieces of information. They must receive 4 pieces of information. Oh, but I did it and it didn't work because you didn't do all the steps. If you do all the steps, the law says 4 days max. 4 days after receiving this information, they must delete it. So this is where now you're going to send in what? Appropriate proof of identity. Number 2, a copy of the identity theft report. You're going to get that from where? Identitytheft.gov. That's where you're going to get that from. Number 3, an identification of such information by the consumer. This is where you're going to use the identity theft letter that we have in the university and a statement by the consumer that the information is not information relating to any transaction. This is where now you use that letter inside the university. You package this together and you send it off to the consumer reporting agency, and 4 days max, the account shall be blocked. If the account is not blocked in 4 days, we will send out a round 1 letter to the corresponding consumer reporting agency for an opportunity to cure and delete the information. We're also going to file a CFPB complaint, an FTC complaint, and right while that is going on, we are going to go to small claims court and we are going to sue for FCRA violation. In the same time now, you want to apply for credit. You want to apply for something and get denied because now you're going to use that denial letter as a part of your small claims court case, and you're going to use that to get paid. This is how we get paid for bad credit, ladies and gentlemen. Don't think because your credit report has negative items on it mean that there's not thousands of dollars just sitting. Small claims court in Atlanta is $15,000. In New York, it's 10. In Texas, it's 20,000. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. And your profile is just sitting. It's just sitting with a whole lot of dollar bills there, and you just don't know how to get it. So I know that was a little bit long-winded, but I just wanted to make these steps clear for other people that might have the same issue. Rhonda.
Okay. April, you're up next.
Awesome sauce.
Hello. Hi. Good morning. Hi,
Dwayne. Good morning.
I have a question. I know yesterday during the challenge, we had a young man. I think he mentioned something about public records in the court system.
Yes, PACER.
Okay. Now I have an eviction that was like back in '94. I don't see it on my credit anymore. I don't think it's on my credit. but I know there's something in public records. Now, do I need to write them as well because they would have gotten the information possibly from someone or?
Not necessarily. Let me show you guys what Pacer looks like. A lot of you've never seen it before. Let me show you what Pacer looks like. So this is how Pacer looks. See it?
Yes.
This is Pacer. And you create an account and you log into Pacer and you go do what you're doing there. So what they do is they have logins with Pacer, right? And for those of you who don't know, as you can see, opt out of electronic filing notifications. Pacer stores court records. It's the electronic version and they store court records there. Now, with Pacer, you don't have control of what gets uploaded there, but you do have control of who is reporting your information and what they're reporting. So if you know how do you know there's an eviction? That's number one. Were you denied for an apartment?
No, I just, searched public records and I saw it there, but I don't see it on my credit.
All right. So because you don't see it on TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, right?
Okay.
So this is where you come back to the software. I keep telling, guys, the software is ridiculous. Like everything you could possibly think of is inside the software. So when you come to list of CRAs, right? So when you go to the software and you go to list of CRAs, it's going to bring you to the CFPB, right? And then you're going to go to the table of contents. And you're concerned about what? Tenant screening, correct? Because of the eviction.
Yes, correct.
All right, so you're going to go to 20. And when you go to 20, you will see all the consumer reporting agencies that does tenant reporting. You can pull your reports from each one to see where the eviction is. Or, excuse me, you could wait until you apply for something to get denied. But I would rather go here and get all the consumer reporting agencies that furnishes tenant information and go pull my reports from there. So as you can see, there's TransUnion Rental Screening Solution, there's Screening Reports Inc., there's Safe Rent Solutions, Real Page Inc. Leasing Desk, there is First Advantage Resident Solutions, Experian Rent Bureau, Contemporary Information Corp, Appfolio, like Amarant. Like as you guys can see, like there's a lot of them out there. And most of you have never even seen this before. There's a lot of you where your information is in places that you never knew existed. And let me share something else with you guys. For those of you that have medical issues, right? There are medical consumer reporting agencies, ladies and gentlemen. This is the biggest one. It's called MIB, right? MIB is the biggest one. And then we have Milliman, Intellect Script. Like there's really two big ones, but out of all of them, MIB is really the biggest consumer reporting agencies that collect medical information. So when you're going for insurance and stuff like that, they're pulling MIB to see what medical conditions you have. Like, guys, it is crazy what they have on you. So always be mindful. If you're going to apply for something, think about the category of what you're applying for. And just log into the software, go to the list of CRAs, right? Because you can do your due diligence. Go to the list of CRAs, and then you go and say, okay, which one of these categories best define where I'm going to get my credit pulled from, and let me go see the consumer reporting agencies that are present. So that's how you'd have to do it, April. Is either you're going to get denial and wait for the denial letter, or you log into the software, go to the list of CRAs, find the ones for tenant screening, pull those reports to see where the eviction is, and then you dispute the eviction using an inaccurate letter. And as it pertains to tenant, we don't currently have one in the university, but it will take like 2 minutes to make one for you once you're inside. All right. So don't even worry about what type of dispute letter. You just need to know where it is first. Once you find out where it is and you jump on the university call, you say, hey, Doreen, I found the eviction. Please assist me with a letter and we will take care of it almost immediately. I got you.
Okay, quick question. If I go through and request through the different tenants that are listed, do I just call them for the reports? Is that the easiest way?
You don't want to call, you want to write.
Okay,
The reason why you want to write is you want paper trail, right?
okay,
And over the phone, over the phone you can, but they're gonna ask you for your mama's fingerprint. They're gonna
Yeah.
want DNA tests from your great grandmother. They're gonna trace you all the way back to wherever you came from. I'm just kidding. It's better to write in, and when you write in, it's solid enough proof because there you must also send in a copy of an ID and a utility bill or bank statement to substantiate your address. Basically, they want to know that you are who you say you are. That's sending in the dispute.
okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, Tinkerbell, you're up.
What's
Hi,
going on,
Doreen.
Tinkerbell? Good morning.
Good morning. I want to first of all, I want to always say hi. I hope you're feeling better.
Thank you
And
very much.
anybody who's not on the university, and now that I am in the university and I've seen all of the things, I'm telling you, there's no other place that I've ever been to, and I've been in Credit Reaper for a long time, that has this much information in a small place that you have no questions to ask, because as long as you follow all of the little drop down boxes, everything is done for you. So thank you so much for creating that, because you've done an amazing job. That's
Thank
number
you very
one.
much. Thank you very much. Took a
You're
few
welcome.
years, but we got it. We took a couple years, but we got it.
Hey, listen, that much information would have taken someone else a lot longer. So God bless you for that one.
Thank
But
you
anyway,
very much.
I did have, and this has nothing to do with this, but it has to do with the AI. You know that I'm on the boss, but and that a beer put me on. But then I don't know what happened yesterday. After I talked to you, I tried to go back in it, and I just wrote to her, and I also opened the ticket. But for whatever reason, now it asked me to re-sign in again for the 14-day. And I'm like, no, what happened? I already had all this work already done on it.
A bear, let's schedule a one-on-one with Tinkerbell. Let's see what's going on the back end. So a bear is gonna reach out to you and y'all will do a Zoom session. We'll find out if it's we'll find out what it is. There's no way to diagnose what you and the software have right now until a bear see what's going on with your account and she looks at it from the back end. So a bear will reach out to you and y'all will set up a time that is convenient to both of you to do a 30-minute Zoom.
Thank you.
Just run through what any possible scenarios are. So we got you. All right. And for those of you here.
Oh my God. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Your thing is going in.
I don't know what's going on.
Your audio, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, I guess I'm frozen because I'm outside doing work in the yard. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's more than likely that.
Okay,
So
thank you. I'll wait for here. Thank you.
Yeah, we got you. She'll reach out to you.
All right.
Let me also, and I'm glad you brought that point up, Karen. Guys, we troubleshoot in real time. I'm going to say this again. We troubleshoot in real time. So sometimes emails might fall through the cracks. I'm being transparent. Emails does fall through the cracks. It goes to spam, junk, or wherever, and we don't see it until maybe 24 or 48 hours after it's been sent. But we do check all inboxes, right? The next thing is we troubleshoot in real time. And once your problem is solved, you will receive a notification that the issue that you had is resolved. It's not guys, we are not the companies that you send an email about an issue and months you're not able to get any resolution. We don't play those games. We pride ourselves on customer service. Our goal is to get any issue resolved within 24 to 48 hours. Now, is that always the case? No. Like I said, sometimes things go through the cracks, and I'm very transparent. I would love for everything to get resolved in a perfect world, 24 to 48 hours. But guys, there's thousands of people, right? There's a lot of people. There's a lot of emails. We get thousands of emails a week. So it's a lot to go through, but best believe that whatever issues you have, we are working assiduously to get it resolved. And if it's situation where we have to do one-on-ones to really see what's going on with your accounts, we will, because serving you is our number one priority. So I just wanted to throw that out there so you guys know that joining the university, being a part of the community, using our software, using our letters, there's support. All right, we're here for you. That's the whole reason why we're here. It's the reasons why I'm up late at night reading consumer laws, reading books, going down to courthouses, learning processes. I'm doing this for y'all. An educated consumer will never be at the mercy of any naysayers or banks or anyone that will take advantage of you. It just won't happen. So we're going to go over now to the vibe board, and I'm going to be breaking some stuff down to y'all in credit. Some of you might have seen this already. Some of you might not, based on your how long you've been with me. All right, so when we talk about credit, right? There's a few things we need to talk about. Credit breaks down into two parts, the report and the score, right? The report is the information contained. So the information contained in your report, this information is fed into an algorithm, whether it's FICO or Vantage. Right? Whether it's FICO or it's Vantage, the information gets fed into one of these algorithms. Now, the difference between the two are the data points, right? So FICO is used by 95% of all banks and institutions. N-I-N-S institutions. Vantage is used by 5% or less, right? 5% or less uses Vantage. 95% or more uses FICO. So we mostly focus on the FICO. No one really pulls a Vantage score and gets you denial off of it. FICO is the leader in the game. They have what is called first movers advantage. Now, when it comes to FICO, we need to understand a few things, right? So FICO is broken down into a few parts, right? So we have 35 all right? So FICO is broken down like this. So there's 35. Let me use a different marker. So FICO is broken down like this. 35%, 35, 30, right? We got 15, this looks like 15, 10, and 10. This is how the pie chart model is broken down. 35, 30, 15, 10, 10, right? So 35%, ladies and gentlemen, goes to payment history. So payment history makes up 35%. Utilization makes up 30%. The age of your credit makes up 15%. This is new credit. and then your mixture of credit, right? So these are the categories. This is what the pie chart looks like. This is how the FICO algorithm model is broken down. It's broken down into 5 parts. Now, each part has something attached to it. Now, keep in mind, you know what? Let's go back. The FICO score, right? The FICO score ranges from what? 300 to 850. From 300 to 850, ladies and gentlemen, that gives us 550 points. These 550 points are then allocated among the sections. So everywhere that you see a percentage, an allocation of points goes to that section. Is everybody following? Let me turn the screen side. Is everybody following so far? Drop it in the chat, guys. Let me know. Is everybody following? Okay. So the 550 points, ladies and gentlemen, it's allocated and it's broken down over the whole 5 factors, right? So when we talk about the factors now, for payment history, which is 35, right? Can somebody tell me what 35% of 550 is? What is 35% of 550? Can someone do the math for me? 35% of 550. What is the answer to that? Can somebody work that out for me? 35% of 550. All right. It's 1. So it's 192.5 points. Can somebody work out 30% for me? How much is 30% of 550? 30% of 550. How much is that? $165. So utilization makes up 165 points. All right, let's go to age, 15%. What is 15% of 550? 15%. What is 15% of 550? $82.5. So age of credit max is 82.5. And then for new credit, this should be 55, right? 55 points. And this should be 55 points. Now, somebody, can you add these up for me? Add up 192.5, 82.5, 165, 55, and 55. That total should give you 550. Can somebody add those up for me? If you add up 192.5, 82.5, 55, 55, and 165, that should give you 550. Let's make sure that all of the points are accounted for. Did you get 550? All right, Anthony got 550. Shout out to Anthony. Anthony got 550. So this is, guys, this is how your FICO is broken down. These are the categories. This is how your FICO is broken down, guys. This is how your FICO is broken down. Right? Your FICO is broken down like this. Each each percentage correlates to a certain amount of FICO points. So once you maximize all 550 FICO points, you have what is called, ladies and gentlemen, perfect credit. Once you maximize the 550 points, you get or you attain the level of perfect credit. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, once you're able to maximize and all the points. So let's recap, right? What do we know? We know that FICO, because we're dealing with FICO because nobody really uses Vantage. We know that FICO is broken down in 35, 30, 15, 10, and 10. Right? We know this. This is the percentage, right? We know that part. That's percentage. We also know that FICO also has points. We know that 35% now is equal to what? 192.5 points. We know that 30% is equal to 165 points. We know that 15% is equal to 82.5 points. We know that 10% is equal to 55 points. And we know that 10% is equal to 55 points. And we know that these points gives us what? 550 points altogether. What else do we know? When it comes to a payment history, so let me share something with y'all of when I built out my 800 credit score, right? When I had built out my 800 credit score, what were my data points? Because the data points that I had was 100%. So my payment history was 100%. My utilization was below 10%. I had a utilization below 10%. Ideal utilization is 5%, ladies and gentlemen. Ideal utilization is 5%. For the age of credit, I had a 3 years or more for the average age of my report. And for my mixture of credit, right? The amount of accounts that I had at the time, I had about 10 accounts. And the inquiry, so I had less than 2 inquiry, INQ, per consumer reporting agency. So I had less than 2 inquiries per consumer reporting agency. Does everybody understand what a 800 profile data point look like? Guys, you can take a picture of it. Does everybody get this? Guys, this was my data points. When I achieved the 805 credit score, this was the data points that I had. So if you're striving and you need to know what data points will get you into the 800 club, these are the points that will get you into an 800 with an 800 credit score. This is the 800 credit score data point. So 800 credit score data point. This got me to an 805 FICO. That got me to an 805 FICO score. Now, when we dispute, right? A lot of you don't know how to properly dispute. When we're talking about a dispute, ladies and gentlemen, it's important that we know how we are disputing, right? Let's take, for example, 15 USC 1681I. And we go to 15 USC 1681I. 1681I has the procedures that if you dispute the accuracy of any information on your credit, it tells you what is supposed to happen, right? Excuse me. As I have this really weird cough and it is not going anywhere. And every time I talk, that's the time when I want to cough. It is so weird, but I'm going to make it work. So I hope you guys can work with me this morning. I could have called the class off, but I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. So I'm here sipping on some ginger tea. Ginger tea, no sugar, no honey, just some straight ginger tea to get my throat back in order. When we talk about a reinvestigation, I'm going to ask a question. Wait, let me read this first and then I ask the question. Subject to subsection F and except as provided in subsection G. If the completeness or the accuracy of any item of information contained in a consumer's file at a consumer reporting agency is disputed by the consumer and the consumer notifies the agency directly or indirectly through a reseller of such dispute, the agency shall free of charge conduct a reasonable reinvestigation. Right? I want to stop right here. And let me know if your guys' favorite Metro 2 credit repair guru is breaking credit down like this to y'all. Can somebody tell me why the law says they are going to do a reasonable reinvestigation? Remember, this is round one. We're still at round one. Why does the law says that they have to do a reinvestigation? Who can answer that question? We're in round one, but the law is saying that they must do a reinvestigation. Why? Why not an investigation? Why is it a reinvestigation? Let me see what you guys think. Share with me what you think. Remember, this is round one, but the law is saying it's a reinvestigation. Why is it a reinvestigation and not an investigation? Share your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Share your thoughts.
Share it in the chat.
You can off mute. As long as we do it orderly, it's fine. What are your thoughts? Raise your hands. I'll take three questions. I'll take 3 responses, not questions. I'll take 3 responses. So raise your hands because I want to know what you guys think. The law says a reasonable reinvestigation. Why is it a reinvestigation and not an investigation? So I want you guys to learn how to pay attention to words. Words have meaning. So, boss lady, you still with us?
Yes, I am.
All right. So, we're taking the answer to this question. I think there should be 3 hands up.
Yeah.
Let's get what the response is. So, why is it a reinvestigation? So the question is this: why is it a reasonable reinvestigation and not an investigation? Share your thoughts. There's no right or wrong answer here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to know what you guys think. Go ahead, please.
All right, Gary, you're first.
Oh, because it's supposed to already be investigated before it get put on there.
My guy. Yes, you are correct. Let me hear what the other 2 students are going to say.
I had Antoine, you had your hand up.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Okay.
Tinkerbell, anything different?
Let me hear what Karen has to say. Karen, you with us? Tinkerbell going once. Tinkerbell going twice.
I'm
right.
sorry. I lost my communication there for a minute because I'm in the yard. I apologize. Basically, they didn't have the permissible purpose from us in order to even put it on there to begin with. And so therefore, now they're going to do a stall tactic by saying that they need to reinvestigate it to give themselves time to backtrack.
Well, see, not necessarily. Remember that the information that is placed on the report, according to, let's go to 15 USC 1681 EB, right? I'm going to show you guys something on why it prompts a reinvestigation and not an investigation. Let's go to EB, right? This is EB, compliance procedures, right? And compliance procedures says that accuracy of the report. So I want you guys to take a screenshot of this. Accuracy of the report. Take a screenshot of this. It says, whenever a consumer reporting agency prepares, this word, whenever they prepare a consumer report, it shall follow reasonable procedures to assure maximum possible accuracy. So you see in their procedures to assure maximum possible accuracy, this is the investigation period. Investigation period. This is where the investigation period is. That is why when you dispute it, it prompts a reinvestigation. Are you guys following? So when we go back down to I, procedure in case of disputed accuracy, and we look at what they're saying here regarding a reasonable reinvestigation, is because 15 USC 1681 EB says that they must have procedures in place to ensure maximum possible accuracy. Well, the only way to do that is to investigate the information that is being provided from the furnishers. That is why when you dispute the accuracy, completeness, or validity of any item on your credit, it prompts a reinvestigation. So they are saying that what they furnish is accurate, but you're saying, no, it is not. This now requires them by law to do a reinvestigation. Is everybody following? Let me see. Oh, it looks like some of y'all even made some comments in the chat. Let me see what you guys said. They're supposed to have it investigated before putting it there, because they already know it's wrong, but to stall the process, all right, they should have investigated before putting it on. Yes, so you guys are catching on. This is very good. I feel very good knowing that you guys are following what I'm saying and it's not confusing. Is what I'm saying in any shape or form confusing? If it is, let me know. If what I'm breaking down is confusing, guys, please let me know. Clarity is key. Without clarity, you will not get the results that you want. Does everybody comprehend why round one leads to a reinvestigation and not a reinvestigation? And the other thing is everyone following? Is what I'm explaining clear? It's very important before I move on that I know that you guys have clarity so I can move on.
So Durain.
All right. I'm hearing a feedback somewhere.
So Durain, this is Antoine.
Normally I'm not taking questions, Antoine, but I'll let this one, I'll facilitate it. What you got?
So I just want to make sure I'm comprehending this correctly. In my 12th grade brain, when they got the information from the data furnisher, they should have done an investigation then, opposed to just taking their word for it.
Correct. You are correct.
Okay.
And this is why Metro 2 was put in place. So for those of you, I'm glad you brought that point up. This is why Metro 2 and E-Oscar was put in place. Let me show you guys some real numbers here. And I want you to just think about this for a minute. America has 333 million people living in the USA, right? There's 333 million people. Of these 333 million, 200 million has a credit report, right? Think about TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, right? No, this is Equifax. This is Experian. I'm sorry, Experian and Equifax. Think about these corporations, right? Think about these corporations maintaining over 200 million files. I want you to do the math, and I want you to just think about the magnitude of information here. 3 companies that are maintaining over 200 million files, ladies and gentlemen. 200 million files. I want you to think about this. All right? Think about this. 200 million files. Do you think that they have the capability and the resources to maintain accurately 200 million files? All right. Let me show you guys another statistic. Let's go to Google. This is why the information on so many people's report are inaccurate, because they just can't handle the volume. How many disputes does the nationwide CRAs get on a daily basis? How many disputes does the nationwide, let me use consumer reporting agency here. Consumer reporting agencies get on a daily basis? All right, all right, so we're going to this. Can you guys see this? So they're going to go to annual report of credit and consumer reporting companies. I want you to look at this now. From January 2020 to September 2021, the CFPB received over 800,000 credit or consumer reporting complaints. That's complaints. Let me see if they quantified it into numbers. Let me see if anybody had the time to quantify this in numbers. Well, I guess not. I guess it's too much for somebody to calculate. Ain't nobody calculating it. So look at this. Where did it go? Let's go here for a minute. Let's see what this is saying. Disputes on consumer report. Let's see what it's saying real quick. All right. We're going to use this first paragraph here. I'll just use this first paragraph here to make my point. Credit reporting has long played a major role in consumer finance. Credit reports are increasingly used not only for lending decisions, but also tenant and employee screening. Because of the importance of credit reporting to the consumer finance system, the accuracy of credit report is a pertinent policy concern. Studies have found that a substantial minority of consumers have errors on their reports with the 3 nationwide consumer reporting agencies, including errors that can meaningfully affect consumers' credit scores. Since the start of COVID-19 pandemic, complaints to the CFPB about credit reporting issues have spiked, with credit reporting complaints increased year to year by 129%. Ladies and gentlemen, for something to increase by 129%, it simply means it's a lot of complaints. It is unfortunate that they didn't quantify it to how much disputes they're getting per day, but they gave us an idea of how many. Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, they do not have the resources to make sure that 200 million consumer reports are accurate. So where does this leave you? This leaves you here. This leaves an opportunity. This whole situation creates an opportunity. This creates an opportunity. What is the opportunity that this creates? Can somebody tell me? What opportunity does that create? What opportunity? What opportunity does this issue? The fact that they're not able to maintain the accuracy of 200 million files. What I want you guys to, I need you guys to think. Like, this is me prompting you to think. What opportunities does this present? It presents an opportunity. What opportunity? Someone says to have deletions done quicker. Yep. And silence is acceptance. To start a business and help others. Antoine, you got the right answer. Run up a bag for us and others. Yes. The opportunity that this created, ladies and gentlemen, the fact that the consumer reporting agencies are not able to maintain the accuracy of the information on all these files, it gives us an opportunity. The opportunity is you can repair your own credit and or repair other people's credit. Do you see how opportunity lies in places where you least expect it? This is the power of knowing how to properly dispute. This is the power of knowing consumer laws. This is the power of knowing the information of how do you get paid for having bad credit. This information answers and solves all of these questions. So now, yesterday I went over this, right? So let's look at it. Inquiries, you can charge $100 per inquiry. You can charge $100 to delete inquiries, right? Late payments. You can charge $500 to $750 to delete late payments. Collections. You can charge $500 to delete collections, right? If we're talking about bankruptcy,
Recording in progress.
if we're talking bankruptcy, you can charge, hold on, where's that feedback coming from? All right, thank you very much. If we're talking bankruptcy, you're able to charge anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 to delete somebody's bankruptcy. Charge off, you can charge anywhere from $750 to $1,500 to delete somebody's charge off. Repo, we can start at $1,500 for repo. Ladies and gentlemen, These are issues that over 200 million people are facing. This is an opportunity. Bad credit creates an opportunity for you to become rich. Bad credit creates an opportunity for you to become rich. Why? Because you can solve other people's problems. You solve other people's problems, and people will pay you to solve their problems. So let's look at a business, right? Let me show you how you guys can start making six figures in this game. I'm gonna share a secret with y'all right now that I only share with people very close to me. If you have a business and you're charging for your consultation, so let's use consultation. Consultation, right? I don't like using the word credit repair because, you know, CROA and all that law and all that weird stuff. Let's talk about consultation, right? And for your consultation, at a minimum, you're charging $9.97. $9.97 at a minimum for your consultation, right? And let's say now you are getting 10 clients per month. You're getting 10 clients a month, which means you're making just about $10,000 per month, right? You're right there at about $10,000 per month, right? So let's just round it off to $10,000 a month. Okay, $10,000 a month multiplied by 12, that puts you at what? 120 for the year, right? Should be 120. Puts you at about 120,000 for the year, right? All right, that's great. But this, you're still broke. You're still broke even if you're making $120,000 a year. You're still broke. Let's talk about making some real money. You have an offer, and your offer, let's just use $1,000 now, just for a round number's sake. You have an offer for $1,000, right? You're getting 10 clients a month. You're getting 10 clients a month. All right. And this puts you at $10,000 for the month. Okay. But what if you did a few things? So there's 4 things I'm going to teach you right now. 4 moves that you can use to actually quadruple your business and have it grow exponentially. So what if, in order for you to get 10 clients, you're marketing to 100 persons. So you're marketing to 100 persons and you're converting at 10%. You're converting at 10%. What if you doubled your lead generation activity and you doubled your conversion ratio? What would happen if you double your lead generation activity and you doubled your conversion ratio? So your $1,000 product now will look something like this. So instead of 10 people, you are converting now at 10% for 100. So now we're at 200. So now we're at 40 people. It should be at 40. So we doubled our lead generation activity. So double the lead generation activity, but still at 10%. So we're at 200, right? So now we're at 200. 10% of 200 is what? 10% of 200, ladies and gentlemen. We're still converting at 2%. I mean at 10%. 10% of 200 is what? Can somebody tell me? 10% of 200. Who did the math? 10% of 200. All right, 20, right? So now we got 20 people at $1,000. Now you are making $20,000 a month. And you only did one thing. You doubled your lead conversion, right? So you doubled the amount of leads and the amount of conversion. So now, all right, let's put it this way. So now that we've doubled the leads, what if we double our conversion and we move our conversion from 10% to 20%? What would that do? So let's look at the math. So now you've doubled your monthly income by doubling your leads. So you doubled your leads. So the first thing is you doubled your leads, right? D-O-U-B-L-E. You doubled your leads. And now you're at $20,000 a month. Okay, that's still not enough. What else can I do? Double your conversion ratio. So instead of 10%, you're converting now at 20%. So let's go back to the same amount of leads, right? So we still have the $1,000 product, but now we are, so what is 20% of 200? What is 20% of 200? 20% of 200 is what? Should be 40. Right? Let me see if that answer is correct. Should be around 40, right? Anyone did the math for me? Well, somebody. Yep, 40. All right, perfect. So now, by doubling your lead conversion mechanism, your lead conversion. So now, number 2, we doubled our lead conversion. So by doubling our lead conversion, we are moving from 10% to 20% conversion of 200 people that we're marketing to. So this now puts our new income at $40,000 per month. This puts our monthly income now at $40,000, right? How many people on this call is making $40,000 a month or more? How many people on this call is making $40,000 or more? Just asking per month. How many people on this call is making $40,000 or more per month? All right, I see not yet. Very good answer. G, very, very good answer. So I'm going to make an assumption that most of you are not there yet. I'm going to make that assumption, right? Let me show you guys how you do $100,000 plus per month. I'm going to show you something that I've been doing for the last 3 years. So with this conversion now, we doubled our leads, we doubled our conversion ratio. The next thing we need to add now is a core, no, not a core. We need to add what is called a PVO, right? And this PVO is our premium value offer. So up here, the $1,000, that's your core product offer, right? So this is called a core product offer, your CPO. That's your core product. And now we just created a premium value offer. Now this premium value offer can range anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. And some of you are going to say, oh my God, Doreen, who would pay me $5,000 for my services? There's people that will pay you whatever you want for your services. But if you don't make the offer to them, they're going to pay somebody else. So it's not that they don't have the money. They'll spend the money. They'll just not spend it with you if you don't have an offer for them. All right, I'm going to give you guys an example. How many people like the Mercedes-Benz car line? Who like Mercedes-Benz? I do because I have one. Who just drop me? Who likes Mercedes-Benz? Who likes Mercedes-Benz? All right, I do. I have one. Me. We are like, I love my Mercedes. I do. I love my Mercedes, my AMG GLE. I love my Mercedes, right? All right. I like, but I don't like the payments. You don't like the payments because you need to make more money. That's why you don't like the payments. When you're making more money, when you're doing anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 a month, the payment on your Mercedes-Benz is peanuts, right? So you have a premium value offer. And this premium value offer, right? Let's be conservative now. So the 40 people that you have inside of your program now per month, that you're at $40,000 a month, you now offer to them a premium value offer. This could be a one-on-one coaching or a business coaching or some other offer. The reason why, like we all know that Mercedes-Benz have $70,000 car, $80,000 car, $100,000 car, $200,000 car, but Mercedes-Benz made a $500,000 car. It's called the Maybach or however you want to pronounce it. The reason why, I want you to think about this. Mercedes-Benz have such a loyal customer base, and the customers needed something more premium. Can somebody drop the word premium in the chat? Can somebody drop the word premium in the chat? Guys, let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. I saw somebody drop a comment saying that because some bozo will pay for it. Let me explain something to you. You see, when you're making money, when you're making a lot of money, the person right now, which is you, the person right now that is broke, that's not making $50,000 a month, the broke person right now, you, and the rich person later on that's making anywhere from $100,000 to $500,000 a month. You are completely two different persons. So right now, the same bozo that you're talking about, you're going to be that same bozo in the future because now you have the money to do and buy whatever you want. You cannot think right now or even comprehend paying $300,000 or $400,000 for a Maybach or a Lamborghini because you're not financially able to do it. That is why you have the tug of war in your mind right now. But when you break the barrier, when you break the barrier of I cannot, when you break the barrier of poverty and you go over to the other side where I cannot will never come out of your mouth again, and you learn the skills. It's all about skills. It's information. When you learn how you can print your own income, I guarantee, this is a fact, the comment that you just made that some bozo will buy, you're going to look back in your mind and you're going to laugh so hard. You're like, I was so stupid for saying that shit. Like, like you're going to be like, yo, why did I even say that? Because when you get exposed to the finer things in life, you will comprehend that abundance is your birthright. Lack, which is what you are currently facing right now, it is not your lifestyle. Lack is not it. Lack is not what we want. Our lifestyle, we need abundance. So as your income changes, you will see that your mindset change, because a change in mindset automatically comes with a change in income. That is a fact. So learning this skill, ladies and gentlemen, learning this skill, it puts you in a position, a unique position to print your own income. So you make a premium value offer where you're offering a different type of service. And to the 40 people, you make this to the 40 people. And let's say now you're still converting at 10%, right? Well, we doubled our our conversion mechanism. So now you're converting at 20%. You're converting at 20%. What is 20% of 40? Can somebody tell me what is 20% of 40? What is 20% of 40? 20% of 40. Can somebody tell me what is 20% of 40? %. That's what? 8? Okay. So now we have 8 people. And let's say we are going to be conservative. So let's say your premium value offer is 5,000. 8 multiplied by 5,000. How much is that? 8 multiplied by 5,000. Can somebody multiply 8 by 5,000 for me? It's all math. The key to you making $1 million, ladies and gentlemen, is math. So we're at 40K. Okay, thank you very much. So now we have an additional $40,000 over here. So now we are at what? 40,000 over here plus 40,000 over here for your premium value offer. So now we are at what? We're at $80,000 per month. 80,000. How many of you have ever made $80,000 a month? How many of you have ever made $80,000 in 1 month? Come on, guys, talk to me. Okay, I see not me. Like, this is an honest conversation. Like, I want you to be honest, because if we can't be honest with ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, how are we going to be honest? Like, this is a moment to reflect. This isn't a flex moment, guys. I am showing you the math, and I am showing you that it is possible for you. $80,000 a month multiplied by 12. You are almost at $1 million a year. Do the math. 80,000 multiplied by 12. What's the answer? You're almost at $1 million. Do the math for me. 80,000 multiplied by 12. $80,000 multiplied by 12. Somebody do the math for me. 80,000 multiplied by 12. $960,000. This puts your income, ladies and gentlemen, at $960,000 for the year. And let's top it off now. You can create a software, or you can create what is called a community group. And inside this community group now, you can charge between $50 and $100 per month to access your community. So now we have 40 people. Remember, with the 40 over here, we have 40 people times 100, because this is our monthly community membership. And you charge all 40 people $100. 40 multiplied by 100 is equal to what? This is equal to 4,000, right? That's per month, multiplied by 12. 4,000 multiplied by 12 gives you what? This should be 48,000, right? This should be about 48,000. That should give you about $48,000. Right? So now you are going to add 48,000 to your 80,000. So now let's put this in perspective, and we're going to close right here. I'm just showing you guys what is possible, because I have done it, and a lot of my friends have done it, and I'm here teaching you the things that work. So now you have 80,000, right? We got 80,000 plus 48,000. This, ladies and gentlemen, should give us $128,000 per month. Congratulations, you are over $1 million a year and you are making 128,000 a month. Ladies and gentlemen, what I am showing you here is not something that somebody told me. This is something that I've been doing for the last 3 years. We do over $100,000 a month, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not telling you this to flex. I am telling you this to let you know it is possible for you. The only person stopping you from having an income of $1 million plus a year is yourself, because you are still stuck like Chuck in the pickup truck with a mindset that this is not possible for you. That's what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, Daraine, you're crazy. I can't do it. Yes, you can do it. I wasn't born in this country. I've only been here for 14 years. 14 years. That means I am 14 years old to the country called the United States. Some of you were born here. Some of you have lived here all your life. Some of you have lived here longer than I have been in the United States. It is possible for you, because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And if you decide that it is possible for you, it will become possible. But if you also decide that it is not possible for me, it's not. Either way, you are still correct. The question is, will you feed abundance, or are you going to feed lack? Are you going to feed the limited mindset? Are you going to still be in the same place 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, 3 years? Are you going to be in the same spot complaining like the dog that was sitting on the nail? It hurts enough for me to mourn and groan, but I'm too lazy to get up and take action on my life. Think about it. Guys, yesterday for everybody on the challenge, we extended the offer for them to join the university. And there's a lot of you on here right now that is not in the university. And you know that it's time. You know for a fact that it's time. You know that it's time. Team, I want you to drop the link for the university for me. Drop the link for the university. See, 3 things are going to happen today. 3 things. Number 1, the first thing that's going to happen is you will do nothing. That's the first thing that might happen. The second thing is you might say, I will do it later. Right? Pushing off your dreams to the future that you never know will come because you failed to seize opportunity on your life. Or, number 3, you're going to say, I will submit to a coach that will mentor and guide me to where I want to be. 3 options, ladies and gentlemen. You have 3 options. Those of you that are going to pick number 1, drop number 1 in the chat. Those of you that are going to pick number 2, drop number 2 in the chat. Those of you that are going to pick number 3, drop number 3 in the chat. Team, did you drop the link for the university? Drop the link for the university for me, please. Who is going to pick number 1? Let me see everybody that's going to pick number 1. What number are you going to pick? What number are you going to pick, ladies and gentlemen? What number are you going to pick? What number are you going to pick? It's an honest question. What number are you going to pick? Drop the link for the university in the chat for me. Hold on, let me do something real quick. Life and opportunity comes to you when you least expect it. Life and opportunities come to you when you least expect it. And if you're going to sit on the sidelines and do nothing, congratulations, you will be in the exact same spot you are in 3 to 5 years from now. For those of you who like to push things off for tomorrow, for another day that will never come, congratulations. Keep pushing your financial freedom to the future, a future that you don't even know what's going to happen. You know about right here, you know about right now. It is time to take action, and you take action on your life now. But for those of you that decide that number 3 is what you're going to pick, I am tired of being in a helpless position where I think that I cannot afford that new Mercedes GT63 that you want. You can't afford that Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon 63 that just came off the lot. You can't get your Mercedes-Benz Coupe. You can't get your GLE. You can't get your AMG. Like, it is time that we leave I cannot in the past. I cannot and I cannot exist in the same sentence. You have to decide that today is the day you're going to take action on your life. And it starts by submitting to a coach that has been to where you want to be. You want to be financially free, let's go and get it. And for all my people that pick number 3, for every one of y'all that pick number 3, I want y'all to drop number 3 again. Let me see all my number 3 people right now. Everybody that's going to take action on their lives, let me see you drop them number 3s in the chat. Who are my number 3 people? Where are my number 3 people at? Okay, I see some number 3. I see some people saying I have. Let me see my number 3 people. Because if you believe that lack is your future, I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's not. Abundance is, and it requires you to claim it. Claim the next step of your life. Submit to a coach. Fix your credit. Learn how to make this a business. Make additional income for your household. Bring your spouse on a vacation. Bring your kids on a vacation. When have you left the country? Some of y'all don't even have a passport. Let this be the year of traveling. Let this be the year of you getting a brand new car and no more secondhand car. You be the first person to drive this vehicle. Let this be the year, because you made a decision right now. In a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months from now, you have enough down payment to go buy your home. Let this be the year that you break the chains of lack and you embrace the bright sunshines of abundance. Let this be the year you claim it. To all my number 3 people, I will see you Monday for our university call. It truly has been an amazing weekend. I will see you guys on Monday for our university call. Be prepared. I'll be teaching you how to get paid for bad credit. That's the topic for next week. How do you get paid for having bad credit? And I'm going to teach you guys how you get paid and how you can do this for other people and make a lot of money doing it. So from your favorite island boy, y'all know what time it is. Save the link, click the link, book your appointment, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Saturday. It's been an amazing, amazing weekend. I will see those of you, my number 3 people, I will see you on Monday for our university call where I'm going to teach you guys how to get paid for having bad credit and how we will use the law to make a lot of money. See y'all later, alligator. I will see you in a while. Later.